boxing fans here in Manchester. Just bumped into Jordan Gill. Talk to me about yourself. What's the latest? A lot of fans going to be asking the question. You've had this back and forth with Isaac Lowe on social media, so there's a lot of questions right now. But yeah, what's next for yourself?
Well, I'm looking to fight in May. Looking forward to getting back in the ring. It's been a little time out. I've gone up to super featherweight, so I'm fighting at 130 now. So I think you'll see a new and improved version of me, and I'm looking forward to getting out. So wherever I fight, May I want to fight, and then hopefully look towards that Isaac Lowe fight in the summer.
Has there been talks in regards to that fight right now? Is it just something you expect to happen later on?
It's something I expect to happen. I think there's maybe been a few talks. There's been a bit of back and forth between us both. He don't like me. I think he's a bell end. So it's an easy fight to make.
Social media is an interesting place when fighters don't like each other. Obviously, Isaac's come out and done an interview yesterday with Boxing Media and he said, listen, my Twitter, I deal with it. So if you've got a problem with how I tweet, that's up to you guys. Well, what do you make of Isaac and obviously his Twitter and everything else?
Well, it's hard to know what to make of it, isn't it? It's hard to, sometimes I need a translator. Sometimes I can make out what he's saying. But, it's good that he runs his Twitter and, he obviously doesn't have spell check on his phone. But, you can't read too much into it. Some of us take spelling for granted. Not everyone can spell. It is what it is. But, yeah, he's called me out a few times and, I give the banter back. So that's all that happens.
Yeah, he has been bubbling for a little while. Another sort of rivalry that he's been in the crossfire of is him and Prince Patel. Doesn't make no sense to me because there's obviously a few weights in between. But have you seen that? What do you make of it?
It's a bit strange, isn't it? Yeah, I think maybe just likes arguing. Maybe just likes arguing with people for no reason. But yeah, I don't think that'll happen. I think there's quite a few weights between him. I think I'm not sure what weight Prince Patel is, but I know he's a few weights below Isaac Lowe. So yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that one.
Jordan, obviously, like you said, you moved up a weight, brand new start in that sense that you can possibly unleash your power in that weight, possibly the power carries on. What's the goal for this year, though? Obviously, you're talking about that as a goal fight after summer. By the end of the year, what position do you want to be in?
I want to be knocking on the door again for a world title shot or eliminator for them belts. I've been Commonwealth champion, I've been European champion, I've been top 10 in the world for a long time. So I've gone up a weight after the defeat. I felt I was struggling to make the weight. The last couple of performances at featherweight, it wasn't me, it wasn't great, and I think you'll see a new and improved version of me up at super feather. When I was 13 years old, I was boxing at 57 to 60 kilos, which is like 9 stone 6. So making 9 stone at 28 when you was fighting heavier at 13 years old, it goes against nature, and it just wasn't right. So I think I'm going to stop fighting nature, use the defeat to learn and improve and move on up at 130.
Interesting. You say that. There's obviously a lot of action in the division that you're going to. A lot of people are looking forward to it. So hopefully by the end of the year, you'll be in the mix at some point at the start of next year. I want to move away quickly ask you 2 more questions before I let you go. One of the biggest talking points of last week or this week that's gone has been the disappointment for boxing fans. They've not got to see the official announcement for the Tyson Fury Usyk fight. It's officially off. As a boxing fan, you're a fighter first and foremost, but a boxing fan underneath all of this, how disappointed are you?
Very disappointed. I can see why so many people are frustrated. It's the unified heavyweight championship of the world, and undisputed heavyweight. I stand corrected. Usyk and Fury is the fight to make. It's the only fight that anybody wants to see. It's for all the belts, and there's no real reason why it shouldn't happen. I feel like Usyk is the man in it. He's like, he don't duck anyone. He goes to line 10 time after time to get these fights. And I think it's clear that Fury, tried to duck and dive and say, 70-30, and Usyk's called his bluff. And it's like, shit, what other excuse can I come up with? And then it's like the return contract, and you think like immediate rematch, and like just one thing after another. And you're making a big song and dance. And I think everything that comes out of Fury's mouth, you can't really trust, can you? And I think the public are seeing that now, and they're sort of taking a little bit of a dislike to him. I think he's gone down in everybody's estimations the last couple of weeks, and understandably so.
Final one before I let you go. A lot of the talk from last week was also Eddie Hearn going on TalkSport and having this debate with Simon Jordan. Did you get time to listen to it? If so, what did you make of it?
I didn't listen to any of it, but it's been interesting to see like the views. There's been a lot of mixed views. Some people think that Simon Jordan got the better of it, and some people think that Eddie Hearn got the better of it. So I'm not sure what was said, and I've seen a couple of little snippets from it, and it seems a little bit like playground stuff to me. They're both very well educated, both very sharp and intellectual men. But at times there was a few personal digs, so it makes for good viewing, and I'm sure they broke all viewing figures, but there was probably no real clear winner.
Boxing is a crazy place, because I was looking on Twitter whilst it's going on. People are scoring like each quarter, and like it's just mad because you got one pundit stroke broadcaster in Simon Jordan and Eddie Hearn, and it seemed like boxing fans were all glued to it. It's just boxing's a mad place.
It is, and that's sport, and that's why we love it and we hate it all at the same time. It's a crazy world that we live in, and it's a good time to be in boxing because there's a lot of competition between the promoters. There's a lot of competition between the fighters. There's some really good fighters in every single weight division, and it only makes for good viewing. And now and again we get the odd scandal as well, so it throws it into the mix, and it's like a big soap opera.
Cool. Jordan, always a pleasure talking to yourself. Thank you very much. Talk to pro boxing fans, and we'll wait your announcement for your next fight. Thank you very much.